Hi there everyone, my name is Lyric. Welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to do a special tarot reading or oracle card reading rather. So typically I do readings in regards to relationships, but in the downtime and the separations, it's important for us to focus on ourselves and not consider what our other person is doing all the time, because that's not healthy. And I think that it tends to become obsessive. So this reading that I'm going to do focuses on all four aspects: the mental plane, the spiritual plane, the emotional plane, and the physical plane. So I'm just going to pull a couple of cards and see what comes up. And I also have this Heal Yourself Oracle deck to get an overall base energy. So I'm going to pull this first. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for all the new subscribers. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please feel free to subscribe. If you feel guided to book your own personal reading, I'll have all that information in the description box, okay? So the card I got is Soulmate. Okay. So, yeah. So I just feel that, that being on planet Earth, like, and being a human being in like a lot of, what are we called, mammals, we're born with an innate desire to have connection to others, connection with our family, connection to friends, to be a part of society, to live in a community. So, but human beings are complex, and so sometimes there's times in our life where that we find ourselves a little bit imbalanced in these areas. So let's take a look at these energy cards and let's see what comes up, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. And this soulmate card is the number 14, which reduces down to the number 5, which is change. And change is right in the middle of 10, from 0 to 10. So this is where the most happens. And it doesn't feel good, and it's like the stirring of the pot. It's like the highest combustible like stuff that's sitting there, and that's the energy that we're sitting at this time. Okay, so we're at the peak of change, and it doesn't always feel good, and it doesn't but it always brings growth. That's what we need to remember. Okay, and you're not doing this alone. You're not growing by yourself. Okay. So let's get some cards. So the mental, the silver wolf, to the 4 directions, the goddess butterfly, and the new moon, which is, let me think about the so in our mental plane here we have the silver wolf. And so what I'm getting with this is that we are clearly connected to source, and that sometimes, and we desire to be in a wolf pack, okay? But wolves can defend themselves when they're in a position where they have left the pack. They know how to, and they have a connection to source. So this is just a reminder that even though it might feel like we're left alone, we're not. That in fact, we're inherently bound to source. That we can deny source all that we want, but that's not the case. And it's just hidden from us, okay? Sometimes that veil is pulled back, and we get to feel, and we get to really connect to source. But other times we have to work towards it, and we have to find gratitude in painful situations. We have to forgive when we don't want to. We have to show up when we don't want to. So it's just continuing to do all those things. For our spiritual self, I've got the 4 directions. So I'm actually, because this is a mixture of all the cards, so this is, I'm going to read what the book says about the 4 directions, because all the chakra systems are involved here. So with all the colors. So it's just, this card is saying a lot. So I'm gonna And I'm not that familiar with this deck, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the book on this, okay? So the 4 directions, number 22, which is the number 4, which is harmonic, which is peace, which is resting after a battle. Oh, wait, this way here. So let's see what it says. Okay, weigh your options, make a new plan and a combined approach, okay? So use all your resources. Don't be open-minded is what I'm getting. The 4 directions mandala represents a sacred time of ceremony and honoring your life's journey. The 4 directions, north, east, south, and west, each hold a different perspective, learning and journey within the circle of life that is also known as the medicine wheel. Each direction holds a power that reflects the 4 great powers within. The north holds wisdom. The east has illumination. The south is innocence. And the west brings introspection. It is important to note that you carry each direction within. There are 4 perceptions your mirror to viewing your world, and thus are reflected within your everyday life. This mandala calls you to become the quester of your life. Seek within, and you will discover perceptions, visions, and ways of being you may not have explored, and hence lived thus far. Where in your life have you taken the steps to do so? The journey upon the red road, the path you walk upon this earth, is not one of comfort. It is a journey of adventure, trials, sovereignty, and freedom. You have the choice to grow at every opportunity and see each and everything around you not only as teachers of love, but as brothers and sisters of the universe. Everyone is sharing the same journey to wholeness through love and balance. You are safe, always have been, to explore the universe within. So I just feel that with this card here in our spiritual sphere and advice, that maybe we do need to take a look deeper within, ask ourselves some deep questions. What have we been doing this whole time? Okay. What have we been doing this whole time? In our emotional sphere, I have the goddess butterfly, which is the color of pink. And pink in this deck, what is on my mouth? Talks about service to others, talks about love, talks about sharing and caring. That sounds cheesy, but that's what it is. So maybe use our emotional depth as a tool to reach others instead of a reason to hide from others, okay? Like it's a fine balance between that. It's a fine balance of being of service, or because you know how when you're really emotional, you get overwhelmed really easily. And it's a lot easier to just shut the door on things than it is to keep walking through that door of service and through those tough times. It's easier to shut down. I know it is for me, and that's what I kind of go to pretty often. So let's just be aware of that and try to remember that our emotional selves is a source of strength and not weakness, okay? And for our physical sphere, we have the new moon. And so new moons are oftentimes in the darkest hour, right? Like you can't really see the night sky because the moon it appears to be hidden. I don't know. I forgot what this amethyst color, or it's not called, I think it's violet. Hold on a second. Let me look at the color. Sorry that this is the color rays. Keeper of purification, the violet flame, transmutation, and Christ consciousness. Yeah, so maybe we need to be more aware of our, we just need to be more aware of our connection to source, and not only be aware of it, but in the physical, act in that as well. Be more of service, be an example towards others. When we're in a room with other people, be that light, be that that source of I don't want to be very specific, but just be that light, okay? Yeah. So that's all that I have for this reading. I hope that you really liked it. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, the personal readings are more in depth than what I do on YouTube, okay? This is just general short stuff. But if you're interested in that, check out my description box. Take care.